Becca. I'm going to Zambia on July 27th. Yay! Okay, going to the address. Bye.
So, for those of you who don't, it's going to be confusing. For those of you who don't know where Zambia is, it's in the middle of Africa. Where that arrow is. It's considered sub-Saharan Africa. Population is about 13 million, and the capital city is Lusaka, and there's 2 million. It's about the size of Texas. So, the Peace Corps was started by John F. Kennedy in 1961, and Peace Corps started in Zambia in 1994, and there's about 200 volunteers in Zambia, which is one of the largest countries in the world. So, I don't really like the microphone, so I don't think I'm going to use it. So, the 3 goals of Peace Corps are to help the people in the country meet their needs for qualified people to come work with them. So, that's in terms of like the development and the work and the projects that we do on the ground. Second goal, promote a better understanding of Americans by Zambians and other countries wherever you're sitting. And then the third goal is to promote a better understanding of Zambians to Americans. So part of that is what we're doing right now. One example that comes up all the time is the kids in the village think that all Americans are very familiar with karate or taekwondo or any type of martial arts because of the movies that they see. So these kids are, I told them, smile for a picture, and they're all like, so that's just one thing you have to tell them. Well, I've never seen any Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. Sorry. So a lot of you have asked me or my father or someone, what did I do when I was there? My job description that I was given was HIV/AIDS community mobilizer. So that put me in the health sector, but not specifically limited to anything. Peace Corps wants you to really work with what your village wants you to do so that you have willing people able to commit to your projects. So the first thing I did was water and sanitation hygiene, WASHA. Second thing was a women's group. Third thing was Mapalo Nursery School. And the last thing was a lot of HIV/AIDS education with the youth. This is the most information on a slide, I promise. I limited after that. So the WASHA group was actually one of my most successful projects. And it started in January of 2008. A lot of active members. They completed a survey on village health, which was where they run around making sure people had trash disposals, toilets, everything. The outside funding they got was nothing. They got no money from anyone at Fort Street or anyone from Wayne City or from anywhere. And I think their success was really good because of that. Not really in spite of that, but just because that's how it worked out for them. And so they taught regularly, and they were out in the village working, which was very rewarding. This is some pictures from doing their village survey. They went around to 1,000 homes, talked to people. And this is a tippy tap, which is what they're trying to encourage people to use to wash their hands. It's like a container, and you step on the stick, and I didn't even know what it was. And then I was explaining it to someone in my village, and they're like, oh, yeah, you take the stick and the string, and you just do that. So they knew what they were doing, and they're actually pretty effective. The second thing I did was a women's group, also started in January of 2008. They sold necklaces and bracelets at a craft fair to raise money to get sewing machines, and they wanted supplies to start up their business. They've been sewing things, they've been selling them at agriculture fairs and in the BOMA, which is like the government offices. And just, we tried to meet bi-weekly and talk about health or nutrition or business or something while they were working. So, this was my favorite part. This was what I enjoy doing. This is what I still do now, is HIV education with the youth. So we would talk about a topic. It wasn't necessarily HIV specific, but it could be anything with health or communication. And we used all kinds of, sometimes I would lecture, sometimes we would do drama, sometimes we would do singing and dancing, sometimes we would just go out into the village and talk with people. But it was using education and educating them so they could educate other people so we could work together as a community. So this was the most enjoyable part, and we went out into the village and they would do that first picture, they're drumming, and they would sing songs about child abuse and alcohol abuse and things like that. In the lower picture, they're doing a drama. They're just acting something out, and they made me participate in some of the dramas as well. And then this last one, there's a cultural festival that we worked at, and we were just encouraging people to go for HIV testing, which was nice, to get the community to participate. These are just some signs they made in Bemba, encouraging people to go for family planning, to go for HIV testing, to take care of their health, to take care of their nutrition, and things like that. Oh, I should turn that song back on, because it was a bit quiet. Oh. Well, iTunes is gone. Oh well. So this is, again, they're just doing some dancing and drumming in the village. And that's my friend Bridget and I from the group that we worked with. And a lot of you I know contributed to the Mapalo Nursery School, which is the project that you could donate to online. And unfortunately, all the pictures that I have from the last 2 months in my village, that memory card refuses to open on any camera or any computer or anywhere. So I don't have a finished product, but I have some of the processes. The community decided that they wanted to build a nursery school. I told them about this, and they had the choice to make anything, and they decided to make a nursery school. Everyone worked for free. They got paid the equivalent of like $10 at the end for all of the bricklaying and putting the iron sheets on and everything. And the children, adults, and businesses also contributed, and it was about $4,000 raised. And these are just pictures of them building. Everything was done by hand. The making of the bricks, the laying of the cement, and the putting on of the iron sheets. As you can see, the guy climbing on top of the building, he was the same one that built that cement beam that's supporting him. So I think that the workmanship was pretty good. So that was actually one of the most successful projects. And the girl who's living in my village now said that they're still using it as a preschool. It's still being benefited from. Just some things about life in Zambia. Some of you saw the pictures that I shaved my head when I got there. I just thought this picture was funny because it says, "For that nice, elegant haircut," which isn't really what that was, but... And my parents came to the village in December, and that's a picture of us in front of my home. This was inside of my house. I had a nice house, I would say, by Peace Corps standards, but it was definitely still a thatched roof, mud, brick, and then they put cement on the walls at my request, my paying. And then we didn't have a stove or anything, so we just cook on that. And Bethany and Jeremy actually have a little demo of what that is, and it's called a brazier in English, and it's just like a little grill. And they dry their dishes on a dish rack, and the kids are watching me cook something, I don't know what, but I think it was raining based on their covering their head.
Oh, Mwaseni Mkwai, welcome to my home. I'm just enjoying some Zambian cuisine. Come, I'll show you a tour of my house, Mom, Dad, and the folks. My house is not as nice as Mindy's. I haven't gotten the walls plastered yet, but I did get these cement floors put in, and I made these curtains all by myself. Thanks, Mom, for teaching me to sew. This is my chair, one of my 4 pieces of furniture. It's great. That's a South African Airways stolen blanket. Now, we will move on into the kitchen, which is this hallway. This is my food, my filter. This is it. This is the spare bedroom, which stuff is being stored in, and clothes are hanging up to dry. It's nice. I call it the spare bedroom. These are all my pictures of you all you people. Very nice. And come this way into my bedroom. Come on, Mindy. This is my mosquito net and my bed, so I don't get malaria. My bed is bigger than Mindy's. This is my little desk area, huh? And this is the tarp. Thanks, Dad, so I don't get rained on. That's about all I have to show you. Thanks for coming to my house.